Hello everyone, this is Derrazed Gamer, and today, being a light review and explaining why I believe you should play Wuthering Waves as a free-to-play player. Wuthering Waves, for those of you that don't know, is a gacha game, so, as with any game of the style, we'll begin with how the gacha mechanic works. On this screen here, you have multiple banners, some of which are permanently available, while others are only available for limited time before they rotate to another one. These are how you pull different characters and weapons, with the permanent ones offering you weaker characters and weapons overall, while the limited ones give you the chance to pull stronger, specific characters, along with their signature weapons that are designed specifically for them. Now, of course, you can buy pulls, as with any other game of this style. Wuthering Waves also allows you to build up currency for your pulls just by playing the game. As a free-to-play player, I've managed to pull 2 limited characters, a signature weapon for one of them, and a number of the weaker characters from the permanent banners, while also building up close to 100 pulls worth of currency. So, in my opinion, the game is at least decently fair on this part, though it is still a gacha game. Now, of course, the next most important parts of these games are the characters themselves, obviously. I mean, it's the main reason people play these games, the characters. So, to give you an idea of them, I'm going to give you a rundown of some of the more interesting characters that I've pulled and or gotten to play throughout the course of the game's story. First, this is Encore, the original cute character that helped me out a good amount early on with fights. Next, we have Chixia, also known as Miss Daka Daka. Why is she called this? Because her main attack is Daka-Daking enemies with her guns. Man, what a sentence. Then there's Rocia, otherwise known as Miss
Mamma Mia! Avanti! Figurati!
the second in command of the Troop of Fools, and someone that is forever reliable, both in gameplay and in story. Next, of course, is Miss Camellia, a woman that is only slightly crazed, but are also destined to meet in every single possible timeline, whether it be as friends or enemies. Honestly, I think I might be in love with her. Next, there's Lupa, the true protagonist and a tomboy that is after my own heart. Then there's Frolova, the villain who's haunted by her past, we also can't help but feel at least a little sorry for, if not significantly sorry for. Then there's main character protagonist Rover, who's hurt at least 3 different people in his past, quite severely I might add, causing immense pain to all of them. Man, the more I learn about their past, the real worse I think of them. Really. And last, and most certainly least, we have Yangyang. Anyway, the gameplay is quite enjoyable, I would say. The fighting is responsive, flashy with the right characters, and for some of the higher-end challenges in the game, it can be quite challenging. There are plenty of things I still haven't beaten, though I haven't gone through everything the game has to offer yet, of course. But, if I had to name my absolute favorite part of the game, it is exploring. Because, genuinely, the game's world is filled with great sights to see and plenty of different things to do. From solving all kinds of puzzles, fighting groups of enemies for rewards, hunting for treasure chests, completing different challenges. Wait, hey, don't look at that! There are, of course, plenty of quests for you to enjoy as well. Exploration types that open up hidden parts of the world with a plethora of side quests. So many side quests. And there's even hidden unmarked quests that can have you doing all kinds of things, such as finding and fighting 5 different knights scattered around the world for their swords, or taking them to a specific island where a 6th knight will then emerge to fight you for great rewards. There's also this game where this guy here wants to play a game with you. We need to line up all of your pieces in a straight line before he does. The added addition being that whenever one of your pieces is in the outer circle, a path will open up in whatever direction the piece is located, revealing different treasures and special altars that let you remove buffs from the guy that you're playing against, making the inevitable fight against him after you win all the easier. You can even go fishing if you want to, and earn some nice little rewards for it. But, in my opinion, the best types of side quests in this game are the character-specific ones that, over the course of them, let you learn more about all the different characters, and really are just the best side quests in the game, in my opinion. Hell, Camelia's quest in particular is the entire reason I chose to pull her specifically over other characters when I had the opportunity. The soundtrack for this game, that's it, is also stellar. From nice, peaceful pieces to epic fight music, to emotional ones that are seemingly designed to pull out every hint of emotion within you. Really, the game has them all. My personal favorite is Ode to the Nameless Martyr, though, unlike the other songs you might be hearing in the background that I've used from the game, fortunately, Ode to the Nameless Martyr isn't really suited for a background song. But if you want to listen to it, just look it up on YouTube. It is genuinely wonderful. Now, what comes next is either one of the most important parts of the game, or not that important at all, depending on the person playing it. This, of course, is the game's story, which, if I'm going to be honest, quality can vary a bit on that. The beginning isn't that great. Just to be blunt, it's not that great. In fact, there's some videos on my channel of me playing. If you watch, you can kind of see how it's not that great. I'm not exactly enjoying. I'm a big story guy, and it's really not that great early on. But if I were to put it simply here and now, the biggest mistake they make is that they do a thing that some writers do of using a lot of different terms that they expect you to immediately understand without properly explaining them until much later in the story. You know, this also isn't helped by the fact that in the early story, they have moments where, how do I put this? A character will be talking and they'll have their text box, but before the character can finish speaking, it'll immediately move on to the next bit of dialogue, cutting them off. That really doesn't help. Also, the story beats are only okay for the first part of the story, I would say. But once you get past that and get further away from Yangyang, the story does start to pick up. It goes from okay at best to, alright, I'm starting to get interested in this. Which then moves on to, oh, I'm actually invested in this character. I really want to know what happens next. From there, the story stays around that point for a little bit, for genuinely becoming better than I would have ever expected from a game like this. Then Ode to the Nameless Martyr starts playing, and you've just reached peak gameplay, peak story at that point. You know, now that I think about it, earlier I mentioned you get away from Yangyang, the story improves, and you know that was obviously just meant as a joke, but the more I think about it, the more I come to realize that the further Yangyang gets from the main story, the better it gets. I don't think this is a coincidence. Now, all in all, this game really is better than it has any right to. Unlike many other gachas, it is entirely reasonable to play as a free-to-play player, and I full-heartedly recommend it to anyone who doesn't have a loot box/gambling addiction. Thank you for watching. This is obviously something new that I haven't really done before, so any feedback will be greatly appreciated. As well, any comments and likes that you deem me worthy of receiving will be just as appreciated. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.